Well, Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights gives everyone the right to education, and the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights wants to celebrate this by hosting their annual poetry and art contest with the theme of education. So today we're joined by Jess to tell us more. Jess, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me, Joey.
This is so exciting because first, let me just confirm something. When poetry is good, we do the snap. That's still a thing?
The snaps are
so
what we do.
All throughout today, I want to just snap. But this is a really, really cool thing. First, let's talk about the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights. Can you tell us about what that entails if no one's heard about it before?
Sure.
What is it all about?
Yeah, the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights, our mission is to promote human dignity and diversity through education and to foster individual responsibility to work for peace and justice. We're probably best known as being the home of the Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, which is downtown Boise between the Greenbelt and the main branch of the library. Our docents, our amazing volunteer docents, they lead tours for thousands of school kids around the state of Idaho and even visitors from around the world each year. And in addition to that, we offer a lot of educational programming for kids of all ages, teachers, as well as people in the community.
I think it's so interesting, Jess, because whenever we have people come and visit us, a lot of times Boise, it's you got Camel's Back Park, you got the foothills, and then whenever you see like the Anne Frank Memorial, you sit there and you're like, I didn't even know this was in Boise. So I think for a lot of people, realizing that this is something that's right here in our town and great education for so many people.
Definitely. I mean, and really the heart of our mission is education. We want to invite people to engage in conversation, think together, and really confront the challenges of human rights issues in our community.
Okay, so we have the human rights, we have the poetry and art contest coming up. Give us the details about that.
So actually, the Wassmuth Center's art contest is the longest standing program that we have.
No way, okay, wow.
It's the 23rd year that we are inviting students from across the state to get creative and to respond to a human rights issue through art, through painting, drawing, sculpture, all the visual arts. And then a few years ago, we added a poetry contest, and students are invited to create poems of really any length, any type. I was in a 3rd grade classroom last week, and the kids were creating haikus, which is fantastic. And
which is what, 575? I can never remember the format, but every time I see one, I'm like, that's a haiku.
575, right. 8th graders are working more in free verse, so the sky is really the limit. So we hope that students create some art and some poetry. How
did this idea come about? I would imagine it's realizing that people sometimes, well, I'm not great at speaking or I'm not great at writing a long essay, but I'm passionate about human rights. Maybe I could do it through art. Is that kind of the idea?
And I mean, art is really one of the best ways to promote human rights. I mean, art opens our collective imagination, I think, to thinking about how our world can be a better place. We think a lot about Anne Frank, and she wrote in her diary how wonderful it is that we needn't wait a moment. We can start right now, start slowly changing the world. And I mean, Anne Frank did. She changed the world through her written words, and we hope that kids of all ages can do the same thing. I mean, we don't have to wait, and all kids have such incredible ideas about how to make our world a more inclusive, just, and joyful place. So.
Yeah, and I think speaking as a parent, getting kids involved in something like this, right? We love doing art projects with our kids at home, with poetry, those things, but to have something in place that also spreads a good message, I think it's going to be really cool for parents to encourage their kids to do.
Definitely. And then we are going to celebrate these kids and their incredible art and poetry on May 4th.
Okay.
So at the Human Rights Memorial, that's going to be first Thursday and the last day of Idaho Gives. So a lot of exciting things are going to be happening. And we're going to invite people from our community to come and hear some of these poets, to see the artwork, and to really celebrate their expression.
So where can people go to get involved? They see this and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. I want my kid to do it. What can they do?
Yeah, we'd love for them to check out our website. That's just wassmuthcenter.org. On the website, they can find information about the prompt. So this year, like you said, we're really focusing on Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So asking kids to think about why education is important to them, how we can promote this right in our community. Once they create their art or compose their poetry, they can submit it online or drop it by our office or mail it to us. And it's really exciting. We have community artists from Bosco who will be jurying the art, and then we have local writers who will be looking at the poetry. So first, second, and third places in both those categories for all grade levels, kindergarten through 12th grade. So lots of awards, lots of opportunities to celebrate these students and their incredible ideas and the art and poetry that they create.
Oh, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for your time. This is so exciting. Yeah, I think of all the times our kids are so creative in art and poetry, all the good it can do. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Joey.
We
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate
us.
it. Well, we will have more Idaho Today coming up after the break.